Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, Dinah.
Hey guys, welcome to Jay-Z's GameCamp. Hope you guys are doing good. I welcome you all for another mission of HITMAN III. पिछले मिशन में जब हम दुबई की स्पेक्टर बिल्डिंग में गए थे, वहाँ प्रोविडेंस के 3 टारगेट्स थे, जिसमें से एक टारगेट पहुँचने से पहले ही भाग गया था. उसका नाम है एलेक्सा कार्लाइल. अब वो इंग्लैंड में है, अपने घर पर, और हमारा ये मिशन है कि उसको एलिमिनेट करना है. सो चलिए देखते हैं कैसे. लेट्स गो.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
सो अब सोचने वाली बात ये है कि हमें एंटर कैसे करना है. ओह, this could be one way, guys, where yes. So इसके पास जाएंगे अब हम. Maybe this is one way how we can complete this mission.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
That's interesting.
A famous private
So
investigator.
this time I'm not an
summoned by
assassin.
Alexa
I'm an investigator. Let's see if I can intercept him inside. यहाँ से अंदर चलते हैं. अभी तक तो it's a very pretty straightforward mission की, but I'm sure there'll be some twist.
Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I always say something, but preparing for Madame's funeral and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and I know all this security. I've never seen some rowdy like this. And I dare say I don't know. You have to be happy down before you see Madame Carlyle inside.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Sorry, bro. Nothing personal.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well.
अच्छी लाइन
I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler.
Hello,
Madam
butler.
Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Oh, I wish मैं बोल सकता कि let's eat something first, but I
I
will.
prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
I guess मैं बटलर नहीं बन सकता ना, वरना बटलर बन के उसके खाने में पॉइजन मिला
I feel
दूँ.
obliged
That
to
could be
point
one
out
way.
that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
यार एक चीज़ मैं ज़रूर पॉइंट आउट करना चाहूँगा. दिस इज़ द सेकेंड टाइम इन द सेम मिशन जब इसने इतना डिप्लोमेटिकली आंसर दिया है कि एग्जैक्टली वो ट्रू ही होगा एट द एंड ऑफ द मिशन, चाहे वो बात हो कि डिस्क्रेशन है या डिस्क्रेशन रखना है, और whether he says that I'll consider her dead as soon as I leave.
The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
I will.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
यार इस मिशन के अंदर मिशन है. That's interesting.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a
यहाँ
sample of
और क्या
handwriting.
ढूंढ रहे हैं? There
It
has
could
to be
relevant
some
to
hint,
compare to
right?
other samples to establish its authenticity.
चलो उस तरफ देखते हैं. कुछ तो है ये. फुल बुक. वाह.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
ये क्या है? Peep? Who wants to peep like this, यार?
I'm sure there's more to find in Zachary's room.
ओ ये रहा, हाँ भाई.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Let's see इंटेल में क्या है अपने पास. Zachary Carlyle, Gregory, Edward, Rebecca, Emma, Patrick and Mr. Fernsby. So Mr. Fernsby के साथ questioning हो गई है. So apparently मुझे सबको investigate करना है. It seems कि इनके room भी search करने पड़ेंगे. Full on detective.
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants then? You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
I don't think so. He should be a suspect. Let's move on. और किसी और को पकड़ते हैं, चलो.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Oh, stop. Pace.
Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Look, why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody ruse, that's what it is.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you...
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
हाँ जी सर, क्या कर रहे हो अकेले? Let me ask you some
Gregory
questions.
Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
चलो जी, इससे भी हो गई बातचीत. यार इतने सारे नौकर है, कांट आई कॉल वन ऑफ देम एंड से ओह ये रहा. हाँ जी, क्या कर रहे हो सर अकेले अकेले? चलो कुछ गपशप करते हैं.
That's a little too close.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a...
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Ja bhai ja. I don't think you've done anything. ओके अब सबसे बात तो हो गई है बट आई गेस अब सबके रूम्स भी तो सर्च करने हैं सो वी नीड टू स्टार्ट सो बेसिकली हमें अब सबके रूम्स में जाना है तो काइंड ऑफ आइडेंटिफाई कि अगर हमें कहीं से कुछ क्लू मिल जाए सो दैट हम एटलीस्ट किसी पे ब्लेम डाल सकें लेट्स सी
That is the door to
चलो
Rebecca's
रिबेका's रूम तो मिल गया लॉक अरे भाई क्रोबार देयर हैज टू बी अनदर वे ये सही है दरवाज़ा लोग बंद करके जाते हैं बट खिड़की खुली हुई है अरे भाई अंदर जा
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
चलो रिबेका का जो स्टोरी था वो तो चेकआउट हो गया कंप्लीटली कि भाई शी इज टेलिंग अस द ट्रूथ
Man, I said I'd get you money. It's just going to take a little longer. Jeez, how's that my fault?
Beautiful daughters.
Are you only interested in me for the gossip?
हाँ भाई क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे काम कर लो यार ये सब बाद में करना
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Exactly. There's something wrong, obviously. यार इसमें भी फोटो का ऑप्शन दे रहा है मेरे ख्याल से। क्या है, इस अलमारी की फोटो खींचनी है? चलो अलमारी की फोटो खींच के देखते हैं तो क्या मिलता है। ये तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा भैया।
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Get back to yeah.
थोड़ा काम कर लो यार। Let's go to Mr. Frenzy's office now.
Hello, sir.
Butler पे शक तो है, but obviously it's still not conclusive, so there is no point we put a doubt on him कि भाई वही है. It could be anyone.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about the text.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she thanked me. I've done it for the position I was in.
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around?
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
But he was such a gentleman.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did.
अब
Maybe you
फर्स्ट
should
भी ने
tell
नहीं
him
करा
you're ready to
तो
present your
I
findings.
would need to meet
Unless, of course, you
my
want to do some more
target at the end of the day. So
detective
अब मुझे किसी पे तो ब्लेम करना ही पड़ेगा.
Zachary found dead upstairs. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way.
Sorry guys, ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही लंबा मिशन हो गया है.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
इसको 2 पार्ट्स में करके भी कुछ ज़्यादा फ़ायदा होता नहीं बिकॉज वो ना एक रिदम टूट जाता है. सो आई मीन एज पर मी इट मेक्स मोर सेंस कि ठीक है लंबा मिशन है, आई एग्री, बट देन देयर वर थिंग्स टू डू, सो इसलिए इट गॉट एक्सटेंडेड.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
मुझे तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं दिया कुछ और चूज करने का.
Mr. Fernsby killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I've ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room.
Oh, you're not going to leave this room as well. Don't worry about it.
There's no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
चलो जी अब निकलते हैं यहाँ से. Let's go. चलो guys.
I can't forget his eyes.
Greetings, sir.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Thank you very much guys for watching this video. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो please like this video and subscribe to my channel and help me grow. मिलते हैं next video में. Till then, take care. Peace out.